Collecting Box with Danny the Puppet.
Hi, it is I, Danny the Puppet. Took last week off, although you may have seen my video of me going back to college. Kind of worth checking out if you want to see a puppet going back to his old college. But I'm back here with collecting bots this week. And this week what our topic is we're going to talk about how I finally completed the 13 primes. And we're going to do a little review of each of them. So let's start off with Prima Prime. The first prime. I really like this figure a lot. One of my favorites of the entire line of the 13 primes. And I really like the 13 primes because I like Transformers lore, but I really like that they finally, Hasbro did something different with the line and dug deep into that Transformers lore and released figures of the original 13 primes. Prima Prime's kind of nice. He comes with the Star Saber, which is really cool. And the Matrix attaches to it. And I know a lot of people don't like him because he looks kind of plain, but I kind of like the whole knight in shining armor look. Next up we have, if Prima's the ultimate white knight, that makes this guy the ultimate black knight. Megatronus. Megatronus Prime. The toughest prime according to Transformers 1. And he's pretty cool. Very scary. Got the fire on him and everything, which brings up a whole nother point. A lot of these 13 primes relied heavily on that PVC rubber. We'll see how that holds up. But the flames come off him, so if you don't like him, you can take him off. He's got his Requiem Blaster. And I guess in the most recent lore, Megatronus isn't the bad prime. But if you're reading the IDW comics, he's definitely coming across pretty evil. But Megatronus Prime, exiled, self-exiled for killing Solus Prime in the most recent continuities that there are. Oh, how I wish they would have done more lore with this line. Which brings us to the next prime, Solus Prime. I'm trying to cover them in the order I purchased them, but I might get a little off here. But Solus Prime, she comes with the Forge of the Primes. She can make anything she wants with it. She's also the only female of the 13 primes, but she looks pretty cool. Awesome figure, a little delicate, and probably one of the better designed ones, though, as far as overall design's concerned. One thing you'll hear me complain about with the 13 primes is how many of them could use a little more paint application to them. But I think Solus Prime hit it pretty dead on, and a nice color scheme going on, and she's an awesome figure, and her artifact is pretty cool too. Next up we have the 13th prime. This isn't the order I bought it, but I think around the order of the release. And here we have Star Optimus, or Star Convoy if you prefer, and you like Japanese continuity. He's pretty cool. He comes with the Zodiac Sphere, which is his artifact, and it's kind of a neat little artifact. He also comes with a mini version of Rodimus Prime, or Hot Rod, but I have a mini Hot Rod at home, and I like that one better. It's a nice figure, but compared to the rest of the primes, he's a little too large. So I know a lot of people skipped out on him, but if they're trying to collect all the artifacts, this is the only way to get the Zodiac Sphere, so here you go. That's prime number 4. It's a good figure. Plastic seems a little cheap, but I think that happens when they make them a little larger like that. This is the new Titan class. I don't know if I like that as the new Titan class either, but it's a good figure. And he's got the whole Japanese appeal to him. So if you like the Japanese anime Transformers, he's a nice one. Next up, we have what is my absolute favorite prime, Alchemist Prime. He comes with the lenses that can kind of attach to his arms, like little daggers or so, little blades that attach to his arm. He's got knife hands. I like Alchemist Prime. I think of Alchemist Prime, I think of Cyberverse, which brings up my biggest problem with this figure. Unlike many of the primes are not fun to transform. I actually like transforming this guy, but come on, in Cyberverse he was McAdams. You know, Alchemist Prime is his undercover identity running the bar. And that was really neat. I wish they would have used that color scheme for this figure. He's very dark green, very utilitarian. It's would have been nice to have a little more colors in him, but that's prime number 5, Alchemist Prime, my favorite of the 13 primes. Next up, we have Onyx Prime. Ooh, I love Onyx Prime. This one was nice because this is what I really like about this line. They kind of broke out of the boundaries of what to expect with a Transformer. Onyx Prime is the father of all beast Transformers, and he really is neat there. He's got that triptych mask, which in this case looks more like a spear, but it is kind of cool. Really like this one, but again, real hard to transform. He's actually got 3 modes. He's got kind of a weird horse mode, and he's got kind of a centaur mode, but I've only transformed him once since I got him because he is not easy to transform. Love the design though. Ooh. And next up we have another Prime that I really liked, Alpha Trion. I almost skipped this one because I'm like, I already have an Alpha Trion at home, but I like this Alpha Trion. He came with the Covenant of Primes. That's really cool, the Covenant of Primus. And he's got probably the oddest accessory of all, a quill. But it works really well in the continuity, works really well with the mythology, and I think it's a really good figure, and I'm glad I got him, and I'm glad I didn't skip him. Next up, we have Quintus Prime. Quintus Prime. I really like Quintus Prime. This is the Prime that comes with the Ember Stone that gives life to new worlds. He's also the one responsible for creating the Quintessons, so, you know, there's that mess. Also one heavily relying on rubber pieces. But the figure looks good. Again, I haven't transformed it more than once, but I like the figure. Quintus Prime looks really good posed on my shelf. Next we have Micronus Prime. Ooh, this is another one that really surprised me, and one I liked a lot. Micronus Prime is actually a little minicon inside the armor there. He's got the Apex armor, and he's got his Chimera Stone, but I think the coolest thing is that he comes out and turns into a little disc, kind of like the Transformers from Robots in Disguise, the later Robots in Disguise, where Bumblebee was walking around leading the Autobots. Kind of cool, I like that. It was a nice design and fits perfectly where he's probably best known from. So Micronus Prime. Next we have Amalgamus Prime. This Prime looks really cool. He comes with the original transformation cog, which is really neat. And he comes apart and turns into all sorts of different things. And I gotta tell you, there's no joy in transforming this one, but he looks really neat. Which brings us to, we've got Nexus Prime. Oh, I like Nexus Prime, but I gotta tell you, this is a weird figure. Nexus Prime. He turns into some kind of jet thing, which is kind of cool. And he also turns into a piece for a combiner, which is cool. And he's probably got the most colorful of all the Primes, which is really neat. But yeah, that's Nexus Prime. He's not a bad figure. He's not a bad figure. He does seem a little off in the line of the Primes here, though. But here we are. And that brings us to Liege Maximo. Oh, Liege Maximo's kind of cool. He's got his little dart thing and everything. Lots of rubber pieces, though, on his shoulders and everything. He looks really cool. And, of course, Liege Maximo can trace his lineage back to the last issue of the Generation 2 comic. Oh, kind of neat. He's definitely an evil Prime, and he definitely wears that part. Which brings us to our last Prime here, Vector Prime. And why is he last? Well, technically they haven't released a figure of him, but they released a figure of him previously in Legacy, and I don't know if I'm going to buy the other figure, but according to what we've seen so far, it looks like it is going to be a remold or a retool. His Blades of Time look like they're, his Blade of Time, I should say. His Blade of Time looks like it's going to be redone. Oh, is it worth buying a new figure for? Is it going to be a massive retool? I'd love it if they gave him gears in his legs instead of the wires and everything from the retool he is previously from G-Axis. But also a Prime I like a lot, so I don't know why I buy them. Which brings us to the ultimate question. We have all 13 Primes, and now we have, on the pre-order release, we have Sentinel Prime. Not really a Prime, not one of the 13, and in recent continuities he's always come across as a bit of a jerk. And of course with Transformers 1, he's the one who got all the Primes killed. And the packaging kind of shows that there. Ugh. Do I really want him? It's a bit of a major retool of Tarn. It looks pretty cool. but he turns into what looks like a Zamboni, which is kind of neat, but the real attraction to him is he's got this wheel that you can attach all the artifacts to. And a lot of people seem disappointed, but this is exactly what I expected. So do I need that artifact hub there? Is it worth the $67.99 for him? Ugh. Well, there you have it. That's my review of all 13 primes. They're really good figures. Kudos to Hasbro for trying something different by releasing figures of characters that may have been part of the mythology, but many of them have not had action figures before. Some of them are hit and miss, and some of them I wish they had a little more color to. Come on, Alchemist Prime. I hope they re-release him in his Cyberverse colors as McAdams. But the 13 primes. What are your guys' thoughts on the 13 primes? Did you collect them? Do you like them? Are you getting the Sentinel Prime Artifact pack? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week on Collecting Bots.